all you recovering emo kids. Amanda and Rob here at the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. And on today's Wednesday episode, we have a very special guest with us, Dylan from Common Perry. You have heard of this band. They just kind of popped up out of nowhere with a single, Better Off, that showed up on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 soundtrack and have been making
For
waves.
real.
For
Yeah, they've been
real.
making waves. Like, no, legit. This is full disclosure, breaking the fifth wall, which we already did on the beginning, but like, this is the band that I feel like in the first, maybe before the show started or within the first month of our show, we were very much like, okay, let's hit up Common Perry. Let's try to get them on. And then they magically hit us back up around the time that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remaster came out, actually. And it was like, oh, okay, fellers, yeah, we'd love to have you on. Dylan came on. Later on, you're going to hear a conversation with Dylan. That's great. In the meantime, before we do all that shit, though, that's going to come in a bit. Let me just say, anyone listening to this, like, prescribe, subscribe, share, engage, comment, all that stuff with all of our stuff you see. If it's on the TikTok, the Instagram, the YouTube, the Twitter, this is probably the only places you're going to see us because we don't do Facebook. Facebook is for olds and pervs.
True.
But either way, check us out. In the meantime, Amanda, how you been? You had a nice week-long vacation in the
I
Gulf of
did.
Alabama, I believe. I'm sorry
Well,
to dox you after the fact, but like you
yeah.
got to see the beautiful Gulf of America. Yeah, how was your
I don't
experience?
prescribe to that sentiment. It's still the Gulf of Mexico for me,
You're
but
dead.
but yes, yeah, I got to spend a whole week off just relaxing on the beach and enjoying myself and actually finished a whole damn book, which I
You read a
don't do
book
very often.
with
Yes, I read a
chapters or pictures?
with chapters.
Okay, I don't
It's
know. I don't know.
the fun fact about this book. The only reason I went to like the Books a Million down there in Alabama specifically to buy this book because Justin Courtney Pierre, lead singer of Motion City Soundtrack, featured this on his Instagram. This is not a joke. If you go to his Instagram, his personal Instagram, not Motion City Soundtracks, his personal Instagram page, he talks about the book. It's called Someone You Love by a romance novelist, Ashley Posted, and it's a musical themed. He's about a songwriter and an artist, obviously, but his whole caption of for this picture is about him talking to her and Cassidy Pope, of all people, about women in music, which
Hey,
was the
Monday.
craziest thing. Yeah, hey Monday, right? And I was like, I need to get this book, and then I ended up loving it. So I bought another one of her books too. I was down there as well, so I'm reading that. So now I'm just going to go through all of it. But thank you, Justin Courtney Pierre, for
Books.
suggesting this book for me. Um, yeah.
So today's episode is going to be with our friends Common Perry, our friend Dylan and Common Perry. And Common Perry is really of relevance, of note in our world, besides the fact that just kind of popped up and they're this great modern ska band. Their main thing is that, not even their main thing, just one of the coolest fucking things in this world to me is their song Better Off is featured on the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remaster. Now,
Yes.
if anyone follows me on the internet or knows me personally, you know that the Tony Hawk games are very important to me. But before I dive into wax soliloquy and wax poetic about the Tony Hawk games, Amanda, you were a girl who also loved video games. What was your experience with the Tony Hawk games and the soundtracks and video game soundtracks in general?
Well, I gotta be honest. Tony Hawk was not a video game I played.
I wasn't sure. I was like, I feel like you're kind of 50
No.
50 here.
50-50, yeah. Well, because when I played video games was like Elder Scrolls, Skyrim,
That was
or it
incel games
was
to me, yeah.
oh yeah, well, it was fantasy for me. So I also played a lot of Lord of the Rings games, again, fantasy. And
Fantasy is a
then
trick of the. I wasn't into. I didn't do
you're
fantasies.
not
Yeah,
into it.
yeah, no,
But I
no
mean
fan. I'm living in reality.
the closest I ever came was to what I talked about before, the splashdown
Yes,
game. Because while maybe skateboarding wasn't the thing I was into, but jet skis sure as fuck were,
jet
and
skis. Yeah, ladies
I
love
sure
the jet skis.
enjoyed. I love trying to get the whirly bird motion down, like the tricks and all that stuff, and the
Shit.
combos.
Hey, with the
And
Woodley
me and
Bird
my
on the
sister,
Kawasaki.
oh
Fuck.
yeah. And the best part about that was the soundtrack. In fact, I, found a lot of, songs from other bands that I normally wouldn't have. Like it had like Blink-182, who did it have? Because I have it on my Spotify. Because someone actually
We got a
made us
splashdown Spotify play,
yes,
an
and I
SDSP going on the feed.
yes,
Yeah.
and I actually like I was like, "Oh, someone," I was like, "I wonder if someone made a Splashdown." Lo and behold, they did. So who is on the Splashdown soundtrack? Because it is
Ooh,
important.
ooh, you
Sum
fucking owl. Let's
41,
go. Some
Sum
41.
41,
What track?
Blink-182,
What track?
Rhythms, which is great and all she's got. So none of their like
Wow.
ones that are on like yeah, not like their
Great,
hits.
great, great. Yes.
Rock Show from Blink-182, of course Smash Mouth is on there. KMFDM, who we're gonna hear about
Wow.
later
Wow.
on in this
Yeah,
episode.
what a
Shout out
spoiler.
KMFDM. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I really thought 30 minutes from now you guys were going to get the first KMFDM reference in Emo Kids Anonymous
Nope.
history. You're getting it now.
Right now from
Right now.
Splashdown.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Man or Astro Man, SR71 right now. The
Sick. What a
Donnas.
fucking bop.
Yeah, the Donnas, which if you read the Sellout book, they're featured
Great.
on the
Yeah.
Sellout book. Newfound Glory, of course, is on there a couple of times. Lit, Green Day.
What lit song?
So,
I love lit so much. And
oh,
today's episode, we're
my own
talking to
worst
us.
enemy.
Yeah, we're talking my own worst enemy. Can I tell you a beautiful my own worst enemy story before we move
Yes,
on?
go ahead.
My mom, so my mom passes away in May 2014, but in like December 2013, my band, the Wilding Hearts, we start doing this residency at the Whiskey A Go Go. And for some reason, there's like a few things where like when you're in like any sort of entertainment or weird field where people see it as not real, it's
Hmm.
like I always say, like when bands get booked on like late night TV, I'm like, that's the sickest shit because like everyone in the world knows what late night or, like Letterman or Leno or Colbert or Kimmel or whatever it is. Like those are real things to where it's like, look, mom, on this. And it was like the Whiskey A Go Go is a famous venue. So my mom came to a couple and it was like, my mom was gonna like, she came as the first one. I was like, it's cool. And we played it again. I knew my mom was coming. And I have this great memory in the fourth grade, which is really when I get into music. Like that year I get my first ever CD, Ricky Martin, self-titled
Oh
Ricky
boy.
Martin, my first ever CD. And then after that, I get Enema, I get Americana by The Offspring. But My Own Worst Enemy is the big hit on MTV that year. My mom loved it. I remember my mom taking me to the Warehouse Music in Pacific Beach, San Diego,
Yeah.
where I later got my first Punk-O-Rama CD. My mom bought me this. Like, I didn't see this as punk or anything like that. It was just like, this is cool rock music. So fast forward, this is 99. Fast forward to 2014, early 2014. I'm like, my mom's coming to see us play. We're going to do My Own Worst Enemy. We're going to cover it. Like, it's like a dumb cover. Like, I don't like doing covers, especially stuff like that. It's like busting out like a closing time, or something like
Yeah.
that. It's just still too generic, but I'm like, fuck it. We're going to do it for my mom. And also, it's in the key of E. I don't sing in E. I sing in A. I sing in G.
Yeah.
Pretty much it. I'm pretty limited. I can rip shit in A. I can rip shit in G. I'm not going. Maybe a B flat, maybe, but like,
But not
like,
E.
like E. That's I don't know. It's just total opposite side of the circle. Like literally to the point where it's like when the police tell me why it comes up, I just gotta flip the mic out. My mom, like my mom came and saw it. It was super cool, yada yada. And then like fast forward, my mom's dead. And my brother's going through my mom's phone, like the next day or a couple days later, because my brother's like the tech guy, and he's like, "Oh, so cool! I found these videos of mom singing My Own Worst Enemy with you." And I'm like, "You
Aw.
have to sing that. Send that to me. Like that's so fucking cool." And he sends it to me, and then we have our mom's funeral, and then I fly the next morning. We stay up all night getting, drinking drinks, smoking sticks with relatives, and all my best buddies are there.
Mhm.
My mom's funeral is just like it was like, I want to say it's like a Diddy party, but like Diddy parties invoke like lotion and oils. It was like like I mean that in the sense of like what we thought a Diddy party was like
Yes.
2007. We just thought it meant like really fun. Yeah, it was insane.
Yes.
Like we had like a horse trailer full of booze. The steakhouse came and made steaks. But I fly back the next day. I land in LA. I get picked up. I go to San Diego. I play a show. I go to my dad's. It's like a 30-hour whirlwind, And the
Yep.
next morning I wake up, my phone is broken. My phone with the video of my mom singing the song is broken, and it's gone forever. I'm
Oh my
fucking just like
God.
that. Just like
How
that.
did it break?
I don't know. It just like my phone overheated. I remember like I don't know if it was like I slept with it under my pillow or what was like that. Like it was
Wow.
it was or it was like I don't remember if it was like a water. It was just like if it was a water thing maybe, but just I remember the next day my phone being broken, going to Sprint and just having full breakdown. But anyways, yeah, heavy.
Heavy
Tony
stuff.
Hawk soundtracks. Let me just say. before we do anything, dive in anything. Early Tony Hawk games in general are like low key. Like I mentioned Punkorama, but Tony Hawk soundtracks are my gateway to this music. And as I've grown older, I realized that the Tony Hawk games are the gateway for many. And not just the gateway, but also just like the cultural signifier. Like I mentioned later in this episode, I worked at this car dealership here in in the Valley in North Hollywood, and I remember like they're like, "Oh, Rob plays in a band." The Armenians, they're like, "Rob plays in a band," and like Ed, one of my managers is like, "They're like Tony Hawk music." Like it's just like that is just their descriptor for anything that is remotely punky, pop punky, anything like
Alt
this is just
rocky,
like
yeah.
this is the music we hear on Tony Hawk, and it's so cool that like first off, Tony Hawk, Carlsbad, California, San Diego legend, the greatest, most famous skateboarder of all time. Um,
Yep.
the amount of influence he played in terms of the relevancy and importance of punk rock, skate punk, all these alternative genres from ska to metal to everything else is like cannot be understated. For as much influence as he had in getting kids into skateboards, I would argue
Yes.
maybe Tony Hawk got even more kids into picking up guitars.
Agreed. Yeah.
But
100%.
I love Tony Hawk games, and I have this great memory of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 as the game. And my dad had to go to Washington. He went to Seattle. He worked at Rooster Chris Steakhouse, and he won a
Yeah.
contest. They flew him to Seattle to go watch the band Yes. Probably the only Yes reference on the show. But I spent the
Probably.
weekend. I spent the weekend at the Pliskins' house. These, family friends, Dylan, Wyatt, Nico, the kids, and we just played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and listened to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 soundtrack. And we listened to these CDs I just bought, which were Uncle Rama 6,
Yeah.
Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, the Eminem Marshall Mathers LP because we were white boys and it
Oh,
was 2001, like white boys,
oh,
you get a white
yes.
boy.
Yes.
But the real important Tony Hawk moment comes for me. 2003, Christmas 2003. Me and my little brother Brian, we both get skateboards for Christmas and we get a PlayStation 2. And with the PlayStation 2, we get Tony Hawk Underground. Now,
Ah,
later on, we're going to discuss the best soundtracks, and one, two, three, and four are going to get a lot of love. But to me, the greatest Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack is Underground. Underground is the first one that
why?
really is because it's a lot. Like that's the first one that I think was strictly for the new generation of consoles. So the
Okay.
soundtrack was a lot bigger. But more importantly than it being bigger, it introduced me to literally Alkaline Trio. I never heard Alkaline
Ah,
Trio before this, and I hear Armageddon on here, and I'm like, this changes my life. Rise Against, Like the Angel was on here. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I already was into NoFX at this point. I had the War on Arism record, but separation of Church and Skate is on there.
yeah.
Kiss is on there. There's this song by this band called the Angry Amputees. She said it's not on any streaming services, but it's on Tony Hawk Underground. I love this song. When I was 14 years old, I remember being in computer class and looking up like how do I book this band? Like I remember being like, oh, it only costs like $700 to book them. Not thinking I live in northern Alberta, Canada. It's like I can fucking sell tickets. There's 30 kids in my class. If I get 100 kids to go and they're buying tickets for $20 a pop, like I'm gonna turn out a $600 profit.
You
I'm like
will.
I'm running game like 14-year-old me is like doing promoter shit. Like I loved this entire soundtrack, this video game in general. And it's like for every like late 90s, early 2000s, before things become very mall
Yes.
emo, it was
Mm-hmm.
very skate park pop punk. And
It
even if
was.
you weren't actually at the skate park doing tricks and actually knowing how to skateboard, at the very least, you had a skateboard, you were getting around on it, and like it was kind of just like I mean, like
Yes.
shit, go watch like Complicated. The Avril Lavigne Complicated video comes out
Or
2001.
you
Like,
were you were a girl who is
yeah.
trying to
Let
impress
me
a
just say I
guy
learned a word for
and
that
ask him
recently.
to learn.
I
What? What's
learned a
that?
word for that recently. They call it ramp tramp.
Tramp. There we go.
Yeah,
I
that's the
didn't know that
girls
was a
just trying to
thing.
pick up the skater boys. Yeah. Which, by
Yes.
the way, if you're
Yes.
listening to this and you're at the age where you would be dating a skater boy, most of those fellas, they have high risk and no health insurance. So you're going to have to be nursing them at the
Yep.
very minimum. Yeah, a lot of problems. But yeah, Tony Hawk Underground, Tony Hawk every game, very pinnacle, very important soundtracks. And today's episode is going to be a cool conversation with someone who was lucky enough to be one of the few new bands brought
I
on to the
know.
game. And also, like, so Common Perry, the band we're talking with, they kind of caught our attention first because the bass player in this band is Ryan, who is in Matchbook Romance.
Correct. Yeah.
And we kind of, this or that, but then like we started getting to know them. And Dylan, the frontman for this band, is like in his early 20s.
Oh yeah.
A kid who I would think would miss the whole boat on this. So to hear that this was important enough that it kind of wraps around to him too, it's like, yeah,
Yeah, it shows the importance of the game and soundtracks in general and why we still need them today. Man, I wish we had more soundtracks.
yeah, shout out soundtracks.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to say before we cut right to the interview here?
Nope.
This is Dylan from Common Perry. So our friend group, like we got, we have a little secret, group chat of the ultra elite emo influencers of the TikTok, aka the grown adults who still listen to this shit kind of thing.
Fuck
And
yeah.
when Better Off came out, it was this weird little like this worm infected our whole group, where all of us were just like Common Perry,
Yes.
Common Perry, Common Perry. And it was like,
Mhm.
who the fuck is this kind of thing? But we all just vibed to it so much. I was doing this thing.
Dude.
I was working really hard to get Pizza Hut to bring back the all-day lunch buffet. So I was skanking outside the hut. I was like, we
Yep.
got a new track to use. Give us some energy and some fuel to this. And just like it really took over. So like, yeah, it's cool to have you here. You've been a gold guest of ours since like our first week of doing the show.
Holy
Yeah.
crap, that means so much. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no problem. And you're friends, buddies with Adam, the ska mailman, right?
Ska Mailman. We did this like he did this like rotation thing where he wanted our song on his radio thing, and so we always try to like I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was either that or Ska Parade. There's so many ska things that started hitting us after we dropped this
Oh, I
song. I'm
bet.
just like,
Yeah.
where do I begin?
It's a pretty strong
You're
community.
like, oh,
they're
but
like,
yeah,
they're like, yeah, let us, new ska
they're
bands.
hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like Luke and I had this song since like 2018.
Whoa.
And yeah, it's an oldie but goodie. And this was it was one of those songs, like it was one of those moments where he and I were just like we were both out of middle school, we were both in high school, just like kind of kicking it. Or this is straight after high school, excuse me. But like, yeah, he and I were friends since middle school, and we always played music together and did all that kind of stuff. But he was like, I'm sitting on this thing. You want to come check it out? And so I just went over to his house, as we usually do anyways, because we're party buddies whenever we're not in school. And yeah, he just showed me like it was literally just the chords and a simple drum beat and then the upstroke stuff. Like I was like, oh, this is sick. Wait, let me try to do something. So I had him send me all the tracks on my computer, and then I used my literal like computer keyboard as the Logic Pro keyboard, and then I made some little MIDI horns on it. And we're like, oh, this is cooking.
Yeah.
And I had never, before this song, I'd written like half of one song when I was like 15. And so I just started writing whatever lyrics came to mind, because granted, he and I were a couple beers deep and we were laughing our asses off at just stupid stuff. So I was like, dude, let's try and write a breakup song to ska. And we got the first verse and the chorus down with the horns. We actually had my little brother in the background, and he did some like funny ad libs in the demo track.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and then that's where it happened. We just recorded that song just to like show our friends. It's like, yeah, we're capable. We could do this.
Yeah, we can do this. Yeah, we know how to do the music thing.
Yeah.
Did you notice like when you went from like the demo version with like the Logic horns to actually doing it the right way? Did you like the little difference in actual like horns where you can feel like the intonations or anything, or did you just use the Logics on them?
It was a lot more than a little difference. It was night and day. Like, we used all organic instruments and all real recording software. I'm actually at the studio we recorded a song at. It's Smile It on Sound in Nashville. But we tracked everything real. We got real drums on it. We didn't track those here. The drums we did not track here. That was done by I don't know if you ever heard of a band called KMFDM.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's Andy Selway.
Jesus, okay.
Yeah, he was super chill. Like Luke totally cold called him on Instagram, and he's like, "Would you be down to do drums?" And he was like, "Yeah, bruv."
Just like, oh, that's fantastic. Wow.
The mad lad's coming through.
Yeah, he is a mad lad, and none of us knew he was British until Luke and one of our engineers and the guy who plays bass on all the tracks. His name's Ryan.
Yes.
They got a call from him because he just had a question about one of the parts, and it was like the thickest, most oi bruv in it accent you've ever heard.
Yeah, going with the Cockney accent, yeah. And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
shit.
so
This guy sounds
sick.
like me over a soccer game.
Dude, yeah, no, Andy, as incredibly sweet and kind as he is, he looks like he could rip apart an F-150 like with his bare hands. Like he's
Really?
yeah, but I feel like that's a lot of people in the punk and the metal and the rock industry. The scariest looking motherfuckers are the nicest people you ever meet.
Oh, yeah,
They're nice.
yeah.
They're the nicest guys.
Yeah.
That's the trend in our scene. I don't think a lot of people realize that.
As a little person, I can say on behalf of us, it's the people my size and the like you really got to watch out for. They're usually the fucking weasels. The big guys are usually heart of glass or heart of whatever's the nice thing.
I'll try to break through with my friends here in Nashville and like bring them to a metal show because I'm a huge metal guy, and I'll try to bring them to a metal show, and they're like, after the show, they'll be like, "Wow, are people usually that nice at these things?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, everyone's really a teddy bear wearing some wolf skin on the outside."
They all just they got these battle vests on, brother, but like they're sweethearts. Yeah, these are nice bears.
Yeah, you act.
Yes.
You ask like the gnarliest guy in the pit wearing a battle vest. He's like, "Oh, what do you do for a day job?" He's like, "Oh, I design figurines for D&D." I'm like, oh,
yeah, they're nerds. So at the end of the day, most of them are just fucking nerds. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, me included.
Who just loves some good hardcore music. I mean, you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so in 2018 when you wrote this, you were just finishing high school, is that correct?
Back up, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. My ADHD is horrible.
No, because I want to go back to that because in 2018 it's not common to see a 18-year-old into ska or any like
2018, I had a full-grown child. Shit, you shouldn't be this accomplished at this age.
That's also true. But I have to know like what influenced you and Luke like to even want to start working on this type of music, right? Because 2018, I imagine ska is
guitar music in general. Ska is never more passe than like the 2010s. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, for me personally, I was born and raised in Southern California in San Clemente, and my parents raised me.
San Clemente. Wait. You're basically a San Diegan?
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
No, a lot of people. There's a lot of people that say they're from Southern California, but they're like, "Yeah, I'm in LA." I'm like, I do not identify with LA. That is such a shit scene.
I don't identify with it either, brother. I grew up in PB. Like I'm a PB kid. Like to me, like
no
this place is
offense, man, but the music scene in LA scares the shit out of me.
Oh, brother, you don't gotta tell me. I've been trying to leave this place for 13 years. I hate it. I'm a San Diego kid at heart. You know what I mean? Like, wow.
Cruise Nashville.
Wow. Yeah. No, it's too hot for me. I've heard. Yeah, I've heard. I've been told.
Dude. Yeah, we just got past this gigantic heat wave, and I'm talking like it melted like the circuitry in my car that worked my AC, so my AC was just blasting heat. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I'm a bitch, yeah.
Shoot, yeah.
But yeah, no, I was born and raised in Southern California. My parents raised me on a strict diet of whatever was in their car, CD wise, and it was like not food, not like crackers in the dashboard or something.
Melted on Dunkaroos, baby.
Yeah, but like some of the first stuff my parents showed me was like Goo Goo Dolls, Norah Jones, Sheryl Crow, Green Day. That is essential to like why I wanted to do what I do. Green Day is humongous. Wonderful. And then my dad, he worked at Surfer magazine at one point, and this is before I was even born.
Okay.
But they gave him a bunch of CDs that were all Epitaph records. And they were like Bad Religion, Pennywise, all this other stuff. Yep. And so he would just casually play this stuff in the car. And instead of listening to whatever my friends were listening to at the time, I would be asking my dad if he could bring the CDs in the house and play it on the, like, remember the giant freaking CD players that would sit under your TV? Yeah.
Yes.
I would ask him to put that in there.
10 disc changer,
Yeah. And little old me would just sit on the couch, just staring at the ceiling, listening to, whoa.
I love that. Oh my God.
Shout out Fletcher. Yeah. Shout out Jim Lindbergh. Yeah.
Yeah,
you must thank your parents for giving you that experience because
I thank my parents for a lot. My parents are the coolest people in my life. They're great. I love them.
This makes so much sense because and we haven't really touched on it on this show actually in general, like this episode we're doing with you, like on the beginning, the precursor before you hop on here, we're talking a lot about Tony Hawk, pro skater, and just in general skate culture and things that led into this world. I always to me, San Diego is there's a long thing where, like San Diego doesn't have a culture compared to LA, but to me, San Diego culture is skate culture. It is, is
100%
surf culture. Like it is Blink-182, it's Unwritten Law, it's the X Games, it's these things where like, as soon as you say to me like, oh, San Clemente, even like North County, San Diego, I'm just like, that is is ska country to me, where that is like
Yeah.
there is like a San Diego in ways is almost frozen in time, where a lot of it, especially when you get towards the beach communities, are very locked in on that mid '90s skate punk, ska punk sound. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Oh
Where it's
yeah.
like I hate socialist. I love them, but I never want to hear like Social Distortion, Rancid. I never want to hear Pennywise again, but that's because like these are such integral staples of Southern California. You know what I mean? Where it
Oh yeah.
that is our culture. That is what we bring to the table. So this makes a lot more sense to me. This ska
It does.
connection here. Did you grow up all the way in San Clemente? Like did you do high
Oh yeah.
school there as well?
Okay.
So I actually went to high school in Dana Point. I went
Okay,
there
right on the
just
tip of
because,
OC.
yeah, because they had an art, they had the Southern Orange County School of the Arts, and I went there because I heard they had a guitar program. What I didn't know is that it was Beginner Guitar 101, and at this time I'd already been playing guitar, since I was 7 years old. So I went in there and they were like, okay, so we're gonna be doing some sheet music reading and that kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
they gave us this giant like a full page of just sheet music, but it was like hot cross buns style stuff, like that.
Gosh.
Yeah, you're hitting out them eighth and quarter notes like a
Yeah,
motherfucker. Yeah.
and all the kids that were in there were using like the rental school nylon strings that hadn't been restrung in probably 10 years, and
Oh yeah.
I walked in there with my kitted out purple Tony Hawk Taylor guitar.
Wow, a Taylor guitar even. Yeah. Shout out Taylor Guitar, great San Diego guitar maker. Yeah.
And I asked my teacher, I was like, so what's the kind of like curriculum looking for the year for this? And he's like, well, this is one of 5 pieces that you're going to be doing, and they're going to go up in difficulty throughout the year. I was like, okay, can you show me the other ones? And in 15 minutes, I finished the entire semester's worth of that guitar class.
Fake
And what'd
music
they
school,
do?
baby.
What'd they make you? What'd you do from the rest of the
Right,
semester?
I was a teacher's assistant. It was great.
That is amazing. That's the goal of any kid, like to do that in high school.
Yeah. So basically, I would go in there, and when people finished all the stuff that they had to study for the day, then they would ask me like how to play a certain song, because I'm a by ear learner when it comes to learning songs
Okay.
on guitar. So they would show me one of their songs that they like to do. I'm like, okay, that's that chord, that's that. The melody is this thing, and then I would show them how to play it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before
That is
we
really
move
cool.
on out of Southern California, as a San Clementian, you ever go to that Richard Nixon burial site? You ever go there? Maybe rock a joint or anything like that?
The
'Cause I
Richard
thought
Nixon
about it.
burial.
Every time I drive through San Clemente, I'm like, I just crossed through Border Patrol. Like, I can go rip a J over on Richard Nixon's body right now. I thought about it a lot. I've
I
never
am
done
not a
it.
crook.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I want to hit a double peace sign while I light the blizzy. I don't know.
Dude, a roach over Richard is crazy.
Yeah, Roach over Richie.
Can someone write a song about that?
Yeah.
I'm on it.
I
Yes,
was gonna
get
say
on
we
it,
got the
Dylan.
new Colin Perry single
Just
going
give
here.
Robb
Okay.
a shout out and he'll be good.
I don't even want the shout out. I'll just in spirit. I'll know. Yeah.
He'll
I'll
know.
live in the shadows.
He'll roll a
Yeah.
joint while he's
Yeah, dude,
listening.
shout out
I'll
Dick
go do
Nixon.
it right, head down there right now. I'll make it by the time the sun's down. Let's go, baby.
I know.
But yeah, Southern California, I love it. That's where I picked up skateboarding, surfing, literally
Yeah.
everything with a board. The only thing I can't do with a board is wakeboard. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. It does not click in my brain. I could snowboard. I'll hit
Yeah.
a 60-foot jump on a snowboard, no problem. But just
Then
standing up on a wakeboard and going straight, no, hell no.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Relatable. Yeah. Painfully relatable.
No, I'll have like 2 gallons of water up my nose before I stand up on a
Yeah.
wakeboard correctly.
Yeah. Hey, we all have that one thing, right?
Mhm.
Exactly.
So let me ask you here then. Sorry, Amanda.
No, you're fine.
Growing up on those Epitaph records, because same thing to me. Epitaph is my gateway into punk rock music, and same thing. Like I start on Blink, I get into Epitaph. Do you have any relation at all with the Punkorama compilations or compilations in general? Because you're kind of that age range where you're maybe right phased out of comps, but you seem to have an appreciation for them, and obviously.
Well,
Right
Your
on your
dad
bass
might
player,
have
the
had 'em.
tie-in. Yeah,
Yeah.
to me, I heard Matchbook Romance for the first time on a Punkorama,
Yep.
so I'm curious if maybe you did as well.
yeah, that was the thing, is like I really hadn't heard of Punkorama before, because like when I was listening to that style of music, I didn't see it as punk. I was so disconnected from. Sorry, I'm like fixing this mic stand. But I was
You're
so
good, yeah, it's a little
disconnected from what
flaccid.
genres were. Like I didn't listen to songs because it's this genre. I just
Yeah.
like, that's a little more rock and roll, and this is a little more mellow. It didn't, like, genre did not click in my brain at all. It was I had appreciation for all kinds of music, and I had never heard of Punkorama. I'd heard the name of it. I didn't know what the hell it was, but yeah, the first time I ever heard of it was Ryan showed me the sweatshirt that he got was a Punkorama sweatshirt, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, cool.
I love that.
Let me get one of those.
No, for real, for real. And I'll let Amanda take over after this. But I remember, I
Okay.
believe it's Punkorama Volume 8 or Volume 7, I
old
believe it
matchbook.
is. Where yeah, Greatest Fall of All Time is on there. And I was in the 8th grade going into the 9th grade, just transitioning from like skate punk to more emo. That song fucked me up so bad, bro.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
yeah, you missed out on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I did. Now, but
Yes.
there was so much cool emo music that I was getting into that I didn't know I was getting into emo music, because I'm one of my favorite things to do out here is actually a charity show that's called When We Were Emo, and we cover everything from every era of emo. Like the last one, I just did Kellen Quinn's part for King for a Day, and that was
Woo! You can
insane.
sing that high?
yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
That
was-
quick little
that was
wiener
one-
punches before you get up there.
Yeah.
Make
Oh,
sure you
yeah,
hit them
straight
high notes,
up.
baby.
Oh my gosh.
No, because that was one of the things that I did at the art school that I went to in Dana Point was I did theater, and I found out that I am a very capable tenor one.
You're like, here we go. We got a
Whoa.
theater kid in here rocking the tenor. Yeah.
Mhm.
Took me a
Were you
minute to
doing
realize I was a
musicals?
tenor. I get you.
Were
Then
you
I
doing
learned how to-
musicals and stuff?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh my god, wait, I gotta know what musicals you were doing, what parts
Right
you were
down
playing.
Amanda's alley.
All right,
I
I got you. I got you
absolutely-
right here. I was
Yes, go.
in first one was Urinetown, and I was Billy Boy Bill. I killed Mr. Cladwell, which was sick.
Nice.
I was one of the 3 pigs in Shrek,
Shout out to the pigs.
They
Oh,
do
yeah.
live
Shout out
voices,
to the high
yes.
school rendition of Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah.
and then I was one of the bad guy thugs in one called Aida, which is like it's set in Egypt. It's like an Egyptian princess kind of
Yes.
whole thing. But
Yes, an
I
older
s-
one too. Yeah.
I stole the fez off the set because I really wanted a fez.
The like little.
What were
yeah,
you in
'cause
the Doctor Who, or you just wanted a fez?
It was actually, I saw this cartoon. It was like a Looney Tunes cartoon, and it looked like it's like the blue walrus dude that wears the fez. I
Yes.
forget what sidekick he is for, but
Oh god, I don't
it was
remember.
like one of those old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and I thought he was
Yeah.
hilarious, and I wanted it.
That's
Jack.
the fact that you're mentioning Hanna-Barbera, which I don't
Right,
think
yeah.
anyone.
I am my
Has
father's
watched-
son.
You
I was going to
are,
say,
yes.
yeah, deep pull. Clearly raised by your parents. Were you
Yeah.
an only child by chance?
No, I got a little brother.
I was going to
Oh,
say, there's
okay.
some only child energy here. Yeah. Shit.
No,
okay,
no.
okay.
No, I like that I can enjoy things from every era, and for
Yeah.
me, I just happen to like older music better. Like that's why with Better Off and the new song that we did, like You Will Deny, like
Oh, you have nice
I'm not trying to adapt to anything that's modern. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
like say yes to what
No.
other people are doing. Like Luke and I strictly did this for fun. We weren't even supposed to be a band off of Better Off.
Really?
No. We literally just have fun making this stuff.
Well, okay, so that's my question.
Yeah.
Like
You
weren't
fucked around
doing
and
it.
found out your way
Yeah.
onto the Tony Hawk soundtrack. Yeah,
That's what- yeah,
Amanda,
you
take over
bam-
because
yeah,
what
because-
the fuck?
Yeah, I'm just like, because you did a song in 2018, a demo for Better Off. Then, like, you're not really, you both are going on about your lives, and now it's 2025. You drop Better Off. It's on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack, and Margera is like doing a promo for you guys. Like, you
You
have
got Bam,
Ryan
you got Mike
from
Pereira,
Matchbook
yeah.
Romance, like, you know.
Casually playing bass in the band here. Yeah,
I
explain
gotta
yourself,
know.
Dylan.
Explain this, because this
Are
is
you
a
a Nepo
phenomenon.
baby? What's going on here? Yeah, like you've already told us who your parents are. Like, what's the deal here? Is your uncle Brett Gerwitz? Yeah, what do we got here?
God, I wish.
Yeah, right.
No.
Like,
Dude, Luke, I just got Luke out here because like we've been talking back and forth and just talk about just life in general. Because
Yeah.
like crazy enough, the thing that kept Luke and I as friends for so long is because he lives in California. I live out here in Nashville currently, and
Okay.
so we're huge gamers,
Ah.
and so we'd be just gaming. And when Pro Skaters 1 and 2 came out, like the remake,
remaster? Yeah.
yeah, the remaster
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
He and I were just jamming the hell out of that and just like being like, wow, video games suck now. What happened to this? And so we were just having fun. And then, you know, we were just talking and he's like, hey, I want to take a trip out to Nashville. Like maybe we could like record or something like that. I'm like, oh, dude, what if we finish Better Off? And that was the only reason, is like he was coming out. He was just wanted to hang out and stuff. And we're like, what if we just try to finish the song? I know a producer out here. His name's Nate Perry, and Ryan is his, like they live together in the same house, and Ryan's the co-engineer and stuff like that. I'm like, what if we just kind of, you know, asked them? And they said they would do it because Ryan actually took a liking to the song a lot because
Yeah.
And he had a lot of comments to say because my original bass part for it was nowhere near as gnarly as his.
Yeah, he's like, this is
He's
some
like,
bullshit.
let
You
me
want to lay
fix
down
this.
some ska?
Dude,
We're doing upstrokes. Yeah, it's on me. to
Ryan's one
carry
of the
band.
craziest people on bass. Like he'll listen to a song and he's like, okay, that's cool. What if I did this? Bong rip, fucking.
Yeah.
I'm just like, holy shit.
There's so few natural bassists. Like there's so much of a thing, like especially in our world where it's like, okay, two or three of us play guitar, one of us has to start playing bass. Okay, you're doing root notes, this or that. So like when you have someone that's like a natural bassist, like actually
Dude.
loves the instrument and they come in, you're just like, what the fuck? Like they
Yeah.
really line up with the drum, the kick and the snare, and it's just like
Yeah, no, he's just insane, and he made that song so much better. And then we had the fake drums, and we were just like, that doesn't feel right. Let's hit up someone to do it. And Luke cold called fucking Andy Selway,
Fantastic.
hit you with the
Oh
bruv.
my
who
God.
said
with the
yes.
Mad
And KMFDM is Luke's favorite band, so he looked at me. He's like, Dylan, I did something. I'm like, what did you do? He's like, we're gonna be $200 poorer, but I got Andy from KMFDM. I'm like, no
Wait,
fucking
that
way.
was all you paid to?
You
Honestly,
realize, brother, it's not always this easy. What you're telling us here is like the most like I just kind of fell backwards into this kind of thing. Like normally these people are struggling for years, and you
Oh,
guys just
dude.
like, oh, we cold called him, and we got fucking lucky. A good song is a good song, really, is what it is.
Yeah, it's what
Well,
it is. Yeah.
It's been said a lot by a lot of people. Like a couple people out here and just people in general on YouTube, like the music YouTubers that say a lot about how to get the guests. They have like Nick Nocturnal. Perfect example. He has a sick YouTube where he does all these either cover songs or joke songs, and it'll be something out of the blue, like it's some like heavy song. It's like I think it was like Slav metal was one of them. It was like a Russian metal song, and he's just like, oh yeah, and by the way, Alex the Terrible's doing featured vocals on this. I was like, how?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did that happen?
And he did I forget what episode it was that he was just talking. He was just like, yeah, I get all these guys just because I ask. It's the power of a question. And so,
It's the power of
and
question.
Luke and I just kind of do that. It's just the power of the question. And also being out here in Nashville, it's like you can't throw a rock without hitting some celebrity.
That's
Like I've
true.
met so many people out here that I didn't know were big, and then they start explaining to me like things they do, and I'm just like, wow,
You're like, oh shit, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you're a big
cool.
deal.
And I
Yeah.
like keep composure, keep friendship first,
Yes. And then
like
try
those
not
kind of
to-
things.
Not try to be
Wait,
like the.
do you also know my friend Ben at Reliant Talent Agency? Do you know him as well? Is that do we
Ben
link up
Mensch?
through that as well? Ben Mensch Thurlow?
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, there's this weird overlap where it's like I
I-
realize half the people I know are friends with Ben. Every time someone in Nashville comes on, we had something
True.
recently. We had an episode, and I was like, "Oh wait, you know?" And he's like, "Brother, how do you think I knew your podcast?" And it was like, "Oh shit, like my bad, you know." So
Yeah.
just triple checking, making sure there wasn't a weird Ben overlap. I didn't know. Here.
No, I may know him, but I also have the memory of a 1970s toaster ovens.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, that little
Like
toaster
goldfish.
could though, you know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, because I back in the day when I was in high school and middle school, I used to compete in skateboarding, and I racked up a solid number of concussions in that
Oh
day.
yeah. Now, shout out CTE though. By the way, shout out CTE.
Shout out C-Team.
Shout out CTE. Yeah, I also have brain damage. You're good. You're good.
One and the same.
Yeah. So you record this out. You record this song, put it
Mhm.
out there in the universe. So how does it wind up? Like obviously on the radar of like Tony Hawk. Like, did you get calls? Like, how did that all come about?
Well,
Because
we just started.
there's only 4 or 5 new songs on this remaster, and these remasters are a big ass deal. Same thing when the first one came out, because I'm right in that age range where I was like 10 to 14 years old when the Tony Hawk games were the shit, and it's like the soundtracks were the same. They kept things very much the same. There's only 3 or 4 or 5 new songs on it. You guys getting that rub is. I feel a sense of pride for you as well, but it's like it's major shit.
Well, yeah, it's like we got the first draft of everything finished, like finishing the lyrics and everything like that. We got the first draft. We actually recorded the horns live, which was really fun. Once we got all that stuff done, we had like this rough mix of it, and I loved it. Nothing was tuned. It wasn't like super commercial sound. It sounded like a freaking like garage punk version of Better Off, and I was like, this is sick. And so Luke and I naturally sent that out to our friends, and it just like somewhere along the lines of sending it out to our friends and everything like that, it got heard by people that were working on the game, and we got a message saying, hey, we like the song, want to finish it? I'm like,
Sure. Did it end up like
Yeah.
all the ska Reddits and stuff? And those people probably are just like the ones making the game were on those Reddit,
Well,
those threads.
It
and
ended
they're
up on
like,
all
oh,
the ska Reddits and all that
Oh, it
Pro
did.
Skater Reddit stuff. It ended up on that after the announcement popped out. It got
Oh.
announced, and then we just saw our Spotify numbers just go. I was like,
Yeah.
cool.
You're like,
I don't know what's going on.
You're like, this is so foreign to me. It's so few new songs are added to these. It
Yeah.
wasn't even a thing to me where it's like, oh, as a younger band, I'd be like, oh, we got to try to get on the Pro Skater soundtrack, but that wasn't even a thought process because it's like they're staying so true to the originals. So when they announced this, and like same thing, like I kind of mentioned at the beginning, our friend group was like kind of like a collective, holy fuck, who are these guys kind of thing, and
Yeah.
it was like our friend Jezzy Joe's. Oh my God, they're on the Tony Hawk soundtrack, this and that. And just like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
I imagine same to you, even as being younger, it's like these games are, I would argue, the most important, like I'd say right there with maybe Green Day in the mid 90s breaking things off, and TRL, Carson Daly breaking off, Blink and Good
Yes.
Charlottes. But like the Tony Hawk games are right there in terms of like
Oh yeah.
in the 2000s, the pop punk world,
They
skate punk.
commercialized punk again.
Yeah, they
Yep,
they
it did.
commercialized it, so much of it comes back to these video games to me. And to get on the
Mhm.
spot, like what does that mean to you as someone who's maybe slightly out of the age range but is still clearly in the world and in this scene? Like, do you realize how important this is in a sense, and what does it mean to you?
Yes, I do. I'm really big into the skateboarding and just the gaming culture in general, and so Tony Hawk Pro Skater was something that my parents showed me when I was a kid, and I'd been playing it since I was like 4 years old.
Wow.
You got the
And
best
so-
parents.
You did.
I know, I really shout out mom and dad. Hi.
Yeah, shout out mom and dad. They're sick as fuck. Yeah.
They are
Are
sick
they
as fuck,
Gen
but
Xers? I'm trying to figure out how old they are.
Yeah. Gen Xers are pretty tight. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
my favorite generation.
Late Gen Xers, maybe.
I don't even know. The mid 60s is when they were.
Yeah, I think right. Yeah, that's early Gen Xers. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, my parents are very, very cool. I love those guys. They're
They
also
are
the
cool
biggest.
parents.
Yeah,
This just in, Dylan from Common Perry loves his parents. Yeah.
You will not
Yeah.
see one of those "I hate my parents" songs from Common Perry.
Flip it. Yeah, exactly. Which is good.
unless my dad pulls something stupid, like he lets me join his fantasy football league and then he kicks my ass, then I might write something about that.
Yeah,
There we
no,
go.
fuck
Okay,
that guy.
well,
Yeah.
that's
But as far as we'll go, it's like,
Dylan, what's our
Fuck
football team?
you
Real
for
quick,
choosing.
Real quick. As a Nashvilleian who grew up in Orange County, who's your football team?
oh man, I don't know. I was in between Chargers and Broncos, and that's only because my mom is a Broncos fan and my dad is a Chargers fan, and so depending on
I hate the
what,
Broncos so much. Yeah, keep going.
yeah, I did. I
fucking hate the Broncos.
all the teams that I have in front of me that I can support are just fucking shit, man.
You can still jump on the Charger bandwagon, Dylan. We'll have you. You don't need to be a Titans fan. It's tough right now. You lost Derrick Henry. We'll have you on the Charger bandwagon. You get Jim Harbaugh. You get Justin Herbert. It's great over here. You don't got to wear orange. Your poor mother. She's over here wearing blue and orange. It's a terrible. No one looks good in orange. I have some powdered blue blouses I will send to you to distribute to your family. We are welcoming people on the Charger bandwagon. Please come aboard. We got a narrative, the no fan narrative to fight against.
Dude, I guess I'd have to say I'm still a Broncos fan with my mom because
Oh,
there's a story.
God,
There's a
Rob.
reason for this. There's a
Okay,
reason.
tell us.
So, when I was
All right, I'll
younger-
hear it out.
When I was younger, my mom was always a Broncos fan, and my dad was always a Chargers fan. And my mom and I had an
Got you,
inside
Dad.
joke that whenever Phillip Rivers did anything wrong, we would go, "Suck it, Rivers."
Yeah.
And so it was the running joke that made me really into the Broncos, just because I got to say "suck it" with my mom would say "suck it," and I was the one time I was like allowed to curse when I was younger. I was just like, "Suck it, Rivers."
Against Phillip Rivers, the most religious football player ever, who would never say "suck it."
Hold on, let me just make sure this is clear. Suck it, Rivers.
I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm out of here. This guy. I thought I liked Common Perry. I hate
you're
Common Perry.
fine. You'll be okay, Rob. Go,
Next
go
next
smoke
Common
that
Perry
joint
single,
with
Phillip
Richard
Rivers
Nixon.
can suck it.
I will never
I hope
skank
that
to
is.
that song.
Yes, he will. I'll make him
won't.
skank to that song. Yes,
I'll
Dude.
never do it.
he will.
Nah.
He'll skank to it for me.
Listen,
Phillip Rivers makes me cry. He just retired. We're gonna put him in the Chargers Hall of Fame this year, and he's gonna go in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I think about Phillip Rivers, I cry. That man, top shelf dick game. Okay, he's got like 11 kids. You got to at the very least respect his private
he
parts
is
because
religious.
yeah, he'd be slinging. That's
Yeah,
a
he's
Catholic from Alabama. Yeah, he'd be slinging hog. Yeah,
He's got so many
Just
kids.
like-
Even Jesus is like, "Damn."
damn, bro, Phillip. Slow down, bro. Yeah.
It's like I had the 12 apostles, you've got the 12 monsters. What the hell?
I know,
Right? Yeah.
right?
Shout out Philip Rivers. I love you. I love you like a dad that
No, I
did
don't.
have.
I don't actually hate Philip Rivers. It's just a running joke my mom and I have.
It's a great
I
running joke,
respect
though.
it. I understand. Yeah, I never got to say "suck it" with my mom. She's dead now. But if she did, I'm happy she is. Almost, I'm almost happy she is. Because if she told me to say "suck it," Philip Rivers, we would never speak again.
I was never allowed to curse as a kid, but now my household, whenever I go home and visit my parents, it just sounds like we're sailors. It's bad. It's
nice,
bad.
right?
Dang.
It's a nice feeling. No, like I swear to God, I remember one time being like 16 or 17. I remember exactly where we were. We were driving by the Starbucks. My dad lived in San Diego. My mom lived in Alberta, Canada. And we're driving by the Starbucks. And I said, and shit. And she's like, what did you say? And I was like, and stuff.
Them's fighting words, man.
They were fighting words.
But then something like I turned 18, 19, and it was like every time I saw her, it was like, fuck, shit, fuck, like it stopped mattering. But like as a little kid, even as a teenager, like until the day I hit 18, it was like, I won't say that, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do it.
Sorry, Ma.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
Can't do it.
All right, I'm over the Philip Rivers thing, Amanda. You can keep moving. Yeah.
My goodness. Well, I'm so glad to hear that.
I'm just stoked we got a Philip Rivers reference here.
Look, I have no skin in that game because I am from the East Coast. So if it's not the
I have too
Steelers,
much
the
skin
Eagles,
in this game.
I don't care. It's
Fuck
Eagles
the
all the way
Eagles, no.
for me.
I'm
Don't
not
you
gonna say
say
anything
that.
bad. I'm not going to say anything bad about
My
the Eagles because I am
gosh.
legitimately afraid of Eagles fans. The Chargers
should
played
be.
the Eagles this year. I talked a lot of shit on Philadelphia recently, and I still will
should.
Philadelphia if you're listening to this. Fly to the whole city. But I'm afraid of Eagles fans. I'm legitimately afraid that some Eagles fan is going to find some clip of me talking shit about Philly. And they're gonna play that knockout game, and they're just gonna punch me in the face when they see
It could happen.
the Chargers.
It could happen.
It might happen, yeah. And if it happens, I deserve it.
Yeah, yes. As someone from Philadelphia, I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah, I won't even be mad. Anyways, sorry to derail.
No, you're fine. So one of my questions is, Dylan, obviously when you wrote Better Off originally, the intention wasn't to like go and start a whole band and do a whole thing, but now with that taking off and now you have You Will Deny, right, as your next single. So now what are the plans for Common Perry? What are you and Luke like aiming to do with the band now that you're like, okay, there's some momentum behind this, there's a lot of interest, it's clear that we have something here. So now what are the next steps for you? What do you want to do with this?
We're trying to accumulate a very broad audience. That's why Better Off was ska, and we're not trying to just stick with ska. We want to I want to touch every part of just alternative rock in general. Like I love punk. Like alt punk is definitely how I would classify us. I wouldn't say we're ska, I wouldn't say we're punk, just like alternative punk, just like right in the middle.
Because single is definitely more punk than it is ska.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
we're into it. Yeah.
You Will Deny. We were just like sitting down and just pissed at looking at the news, and I was just like,
this is my I hate Trump. Right. Oh, sorry. This is my I hate Trump ballad right here. You Will Deny. That is my anthem right now.
I wouldn't even say it's just directed at him. It's just directed at like all of the American government in general, just the past 12 years of horse shit that I'm just exhausted. Remember when no one cared what political party anyone was a part of and you could just have friends?
Beautiful world, yeah.
I miss that.
Makes you almost long for George W. Bush.
Dude,
like
I long for simpler times, man.
Yeah, simpler times.
So do we, yeah. I agree.
It's like, because now when people have like political opinions, they're just like, oh, I invented politics, so you have to listen to exactly what I'm saying, or we're just not friends. I'm like, all right, well, fuck you.
There's no gray area.
Yeah,
and
no, it's like
I think that kind of lives on the internet. I don't think in real life like people are like that, but on the internet it's like that, and it creates this like.
Oh, you'd be surprised out here.
I guess. I'm in a liberal bubble out here in LA. Yeah, that's true.
Dude, I live 3 hours from you, Dylan. I get it. I live in Kentucky, so I understand.
Yeah. Nashville is horrible on both fronts because I don't identify as being part of any political party whatsoever. Because it's just And there's so many people from both sides that are just like, the teams just suck. Why do I have to join a team? Can't I just be friends with everybody? So when people ask me what I believe in, I'm just like, you see the new episode of South Park?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way.
That's really all there is to it. That's how I maintain friendships with so many people out here. It's just like, I don't give a fuck. Don't start with me.
That's a good way of doing it when you live in these types of areas. Just stick to like, yeah.
It's like when you're in the South, which we are, but
Yeah.
also I'm in a very liberal city in the South where there's already so
are.
much conflict going on at the same time. I'm just like,
Weird dynamic, yeah.
yeah. And
that's
so,
a very
then in
random-
Southern California, that's that area, like San Clemente, that is like the only place that I can think of that is just naturally just no one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say you go a little north of there, you get into real Orange County, it gets real red randomly. You go like a little, the military part of San Diego's one thing, but then you go the rest, it's real blue. But yeah, you get that middle part there, like right after
It's the sweet spot.
Pendleton, where it gets sweet spot. You guys are just kind of trying to enjoy the sunset.
Yeah, I remember just like dipping my toes into politics when I first started college, because as every kid does, it's like, oh, I'm in college, I have to choose now.
Yeah.
But I
We
remember
all-
coming back home and seeing all my friends that still live back home and bringing up something to do with I don't even know what it was at this point, but I just brought up something and everyone looked at me like really weird. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're at a
You're
bar.
like-
Drink a beer, Dylan.
Yeah, stop talking about that. Drink a beer and relax.
Yeah. And so at this point, I'm just like, dude, I just don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna make music. I'm gonna have a fun time. I'm gonna play my video games and skateboard. That's all I want to do.
Yeah. No.
Are we skating goofy or are we skating regular? What's the setup? Are we doing some weird Mongo shit?
Oh, we don't do Mongo here.
Okay, just making sure.
Hell no, I'm
I'm
regular foot. I'm a regular footed. I'm getting better at Switch, but I'm primarily regular foot.
Okay. Important question for the skaters out there. Yeah, I had to ask.
They all know now. That's excellent. But yeah, so like what are the plans with so you're making new music, you're exploring different genres, and that's pretty much what your goal is right now. Just kind of releasing stuff as it comes and just working on stuff. I mean, I know you and Luke are at different locations too, so that kind of makes it difficult.
The way we kind of work with that is like Luke sends over some stuff and then we'll send stuff back and forth and we'll put it in the group chat and we're just like, yeah, let's work with that one, or let's change this, let's move that here. And just rearrangement really. But yeah, for the future, there's a lot of fun stuff, and I'm very happy to say that it's like it all sounds like it belongs together, but it's also very different going from song to song, and I really enjoy doing that. Like our next one that's coming out next month, I forget the day that it's actually coming out. I'm forgetful, but it's definitely one of the SoCal pop punk kind of heartthrob fun songs.
There
And
we go.
I'm really
Wow.
excited about it. It's
Right down my
really
alley,
excited.
brother. Yeah.
it's
Okay.
definitely for me. I'm glad to hear you say that, because for me it was just this cool riff that I had in my head, and it was like when we started writing Better Off. It's just the lyrics started flowing, and then when we did co-writes with all of us here, and it just started working, and it was one of those songs where it just was done in like an hour, and I get a guitar solo on it, so fuck yeah.
You're like, I get to rip
that
shit
out.
on the guitar. Okay.
Yeah.
Rare in our world. You know, they say you guys kind of pay homage to a certain era of punk rock where the guitar solo was passe. So it's nice to see you do it right. As a guy that loves Oasis and the like, I love an obnoxious guitar solo.
Oh yeah.
Everyone needs one. So yes.
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
it. Let
and
me
then-
ask you guys a question about the band name here, because I was thinking for a while, I was thinking maybe it's a boxing reference. But then you mentioned recording, Perry, this and that. Is this an inside reference for the band? Is this a homage to the engineer? What's the deal here?
So given that we weren't planning on making a band in general, we were just kind of like throwing out random names to call ourselves, and we had some stupid ones. We had one called Rum Rage, and Luke was like, no, we can't market that because it's an alcohol reference, and then kids won't be able to listen to it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. TikTok
Okay.
sucks. If you had Rum Rage in your name, they'd 18 plus you.
And then
Fucking animals.
I think we were just like drinking and partying out over here, and we were just like talking with like Nate, our producer, who was talking about his ancestor Commodore Perry.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
That was originally going to be the name, but it was too damn long, and we were like, oh, but see, if that like shows up on a bill for a show or like a festival or something like that, it's going to look fucking way too long. No one's going to bother to read over it.
Yeah.
And so we we're just like, how do we shorten that? And then I forget who I was like. I think it might have been Luke. He was just like, what about Common? I was like,
Common Perry.
Common Perry.
I
Good
love
name.
it.
It sounds like it means something. Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah,
away.
I hope
Kinda
it means
grabs
something.
you.
I got it fucking
Yeah.
tattooed on my arm.
You're
Fuck
like,
my life.
shit, yeah.
You're serious.
I'm gonna have to explain this either way. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's a really cool origin story for the name.
Mm-hmm.
I dig it. Yeah.
That's the fun part about this band. It's like, for something that we didn't actually plan on doing, there's actually so many funny things to tell about like how stuff got started. I was like, this is cool. I like this.
It feels like a lot of like kind of just accidentally falling into situations.
Yeah, it's like we like tripped over a tree branch and we landed in a video game, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally a
100%.
video game. Yeah, a remake of two of the greatest video games of all
Like,
time.
literally some of the greatest video games ever.
Let me ask you real quick here. We'll dive into Tony Hawk a little more, but really quick, what is your maybe top three? You sound like a guy that maybe played some Pro Skater. What are your top three games in terms of the soundtracks in the Tony Hawk series?
Numero damn uno.
Yep.
And God, what was I think 3 and 4 after that, in that order, just because like combined, those two soundtracks are just cool as hell. Because they got AC/DC and CKY.
They kind of stretched it out a little more, yeah.
Yeah, they got some metal in there. I was like, oh, this is sick. Hell yes. But yeah, no, they just that number one, first and foremost, has the greatest soundtrack to any video game of all time. And
Yep.
the only other franchise that even gets close to that mark is MX versus ATV.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go. Yeah, the MX versus ATV games are up there.
When I first heard Cold by
by
Crossfade, that blew my mind.
you like that one, huh?
Looking back at me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah! I was gonna say no. There was a minute there in the like early mid 2000s where like between the Tony Hawks and I felt like the EA games, like the Maddens,
Yeah.
and even like I remember AFI
Oh, yeah.
was on like a NASCAR game at one point. Like EA
Dude,
was, I don't know
it
who was
was
in
the
charge
greatest
of
era
music
for video
direction at the
games.
time. Yes, like the soundtracks alone. Like, I think of like Madden 05 is how I first heard Midtown, and I love Midtown. To this day,
Yeah.
I will fucking dick ride for Midtown, and it comes from like I heard them on like the same soundtrack as like I mean at that game, Franz Ferdinand Take Me Out is on there, I
Yep.
believe.
Yeah.
American Idiot is on there as well, which obviously I'd heard a bajillion times on the radio before that. But there was like like there's a certain generation of kids like I'm born in 89. I believe if you're born from like 93 to 99 or so, your music tastes are solely decided almost by by video game soundtracks.
Exactly.
And what video game series, because it's the same thing as like Need for Speed as well had some great heaters.
They
Like
did.
all these
Dude.
games had heaters.
Dude, that was just the entire culture of gaming back in the day. It was just so much higher quality than it is now, because now it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
pay to win, like these giant
all pay to-
paywalls just to
yeah.
play the damn game.
It's
Like
so
I'm glad
ridiculous.
that the Pro Skater 3 and 4 remaster, I'm really glad that they really stuck to their guns like the old school way.
I'm glad
And
they
they're
did.
like, we're not going to make it ridiculous. We're not going to add all this extra bullshit like paywalls or anything like that. We're going to give you all these new maps. The only thing that you have to do is you have to find secrets and get all these freaking combos and unlock shit to get these maps.
Yes, classic video game, the way you should
it's
be
like-
doing it.
It's
Exactly.
like get good or quit, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't just pay for
Yeah.
everything, which is what they
No.
do now.
Because like back in the day, like you'd get stoked about video games. The marketing tools were better, everything like that. Like when they did advertising for Halo, they really advertised for
Oh,
Halo.
they did a great job with Halo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Even Halo had a little bit of a soundtrack. I mean, I listened to that Three Doors Down.
I was gonna say same thing. Where like the Halo, like there were these things. I think it starts like mid 2000s where like
Yes.
video games, not even just the soundtracks, but it became like those were like cultural touchstones for like 10 years there, where we had like the GameStop, the midnight releases and shit.
Oh,
like
dude,
that,
like waiting in line with the
Shout out
homies.
GameStop employees,
Yeah.
Yeah, waiting in
Yeah.
line with the homies with like 2 monsters in each hand, just getting ready for the next game to come out. Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
right.
You're like hell yeah, brother.
And now
yeah.
you don't
Please
do
bring
that
that
anymore.
back.
Because
No.
now everything's online. You just automatically download it as soon as it's released.
Yeah, they
and it's
trick you
not
with a
fun
pre-order
anymore.
6 months in advance, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
get a
dude.
skin. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Criminals.
Everyone trying
It
to be
is
like
criminal.
Fortnite. I don't even know anymore.
Hey, don't hate on Fortnite. That's Luke and my bread and butter right there.
Oh, that's how y'all keep connected when you're not.
Yeah, he and I play Fortnite and Halo. That's pretty much it. Or Monopoly if we want to get really really explicit on the comms with the boys.
You said Monopoly?
Oh yeah, we play Monopoly Plus.
Really?
Yeah,
What
it
is
gets
Monopoly Plus.
I don't think
it's
I've ever played
virtual
it.
Monopoly, and let me tell you, I have never ever been so pissed at my friends before we started playing Monopoly Plus.
They put you in jail all the time?
No, not even that. They
Buying up
just-
those fucking railroads.
It's like
That's
we
right.
purposefully go out of the way to screw everyone over, and then we don't make deals, and we'll cut off like the worst trade deals ever, and we'll choose favorites. I'm like, this is so toxic. I love it.
Yeah, welcome to America, baby.
Yeah, right? Welcome to
Oh yeah, dude. I'm like, is this how Trump feels?
It might
You're like,
be,
I
it
get
might
kind of a
be.
rush on this, ripping people off. This is sick. I
No,
got 4 railroads.
Let me tell you something. I'm buying O Block. No one can stop me.
Exactly. That might be our first Trump.
I was gonna say it might be the first Trump impression. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm surprised
On the
it took us like 36
It's
episodes.
It's definitely gonna be the greatest. Ask anyone.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. A lot of people are saying, "Wow, Best Trump impersonation I've ever seen. Wow.
Nah, dude, Shane Gillis has it in the bag with that.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shane Gillis is
you
the
do the
best.
hand motion like a second afterwards. You describe
Yes.
something how you
Oh,
just
yeah.
described it. Yeah, no, that's where I
Yeah.
learned my Trump impersonation as well.
All,
Shout
all
out.
I'm missing now is the plastic toupee.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you can
That's
get
all
it.
you're
You can
missing.
get it.
Add to it.
Yeah,
Gonna have- The tag's gonna say Common Perry on it.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you sell them. You sell some Donald Trump wig. I'll fucking buy one. I think. Yeah,
No.
He's
I'll
like,
buy
no,
one.
I'm
I'll
not
buy
doing
one.
that.
Yeah, you're gonna deal. You're gonna get some heat, but I'll buy one. Yeah,
Dude, if I ever did that, Luke would
Yeah.
probably cut my head off.
yeah. You'll sell
Yeah,
20
there
if
you
they're fuck it. Yeah.
I love it. Oh, man. I didn't, and I'm glad you play Halo. I didn't think anyone play Halo anymore.
Oh, dude, that's my go-to. I listen to the soundtrack when I'm just trying to have like a work day at
Well,
home.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
if I'm setting up like
the
a
music's
a
pretty
session
tight.
at home to record, and I'm
Yeah.
just like in my headphones is specifically this song called Never Forget.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually learned how to play that because I'm big on the 7 and 8 string guitars too, because I was in metalcore bands before I did commentary.
Yeah.
But I learned an entire just listening to the soundtrack, because like I said, I learned by ear. I listened to
Yeah.
Never Forget, and I actually learned a way to do it on a 7-string guitar, and it sounds awesome. Like all the low stuff I play on the low string, and then all the other stuff I'm like finger picking it like that,
Oh,
and
that's really cool.
playing all this stuff. I play all the parts at the same time. It's fun.
Sick.
I need to hear that at some
Yeah,
point.
we got a legitimate shredder on our hands. God damn
Oh
it.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
I need to-
somewhere on my Instagram.
Okay, yep. I'm gonna go look for that. That
Mhm.
sounds
Sick.
really awesome. Are we ever gonna see any metal in Common Perry? Any?
I wouldn't say metal, but there is a song that's going to be down the line where I do have a scream,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I do scream when I do a lot of shows out here, and
Yeah.
that can be anywhere from just the yeah or full on. I can do like the guttural, like pig squeal kind of stuff if I want to,
Yeah.
just depending on the
you
show.
were doing some Kellen Quinn. I forget. Like, yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
makes
Do
sense.
it right
yeah.
now.
Now,
Yeah.
Kellen's screams hurt, like, because I try to recreate him, because it's a charity show where you're supposed to pretend, you're supposed to put on the
Yeah.
persona of whatever artist you're covering.
Do you
where
have
you're-
like the hair and everything too? Like the.
Oh
black,
yeah,
like,
no, I did. Let me see if I can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
There
I
we
did
go.
the full on.
One of us,
Yeah.
baby.
One
Yeah,
of us.
I did the full on Kellen hair. Yeah, I feel like this is appropriate since we're on the Emo
Yeah,
Kids
this Emo
Anonymous.
Kids
You
Anonymous,
are,
baby.
yeah, you can.
I'll go
Oh
with you.
gosh, you suddenly went like
Oh,
from
yeah.
one kind of kid to a whole other kind of kid.
Hold on,
Yeah,
how do
there
these
we
things
go.
work?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on red jumpsuit out for Radish, brother? Yeah.
Hey girl, you know you drive me crazy. Yeah,
Damn. Okay, Ronnie Winters.
dude, it's so annoying wearing that hat. Under,
Yeah, I can
under these
imagine.
headphones. I'm taking that shit off. I'm done.
Yeah.
At
I'm gonna
first,
keep- I'm gonna-
first it was for my purple leopard look, and I was like, this is like the Zoolander look, look number 3, and I was like,
Number 3.
Yeah,
not the
that's
hat, not
good.
the hat today.
I'm gonna keep the fringe going the whole episode, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Just keep this. Yeah.
No, dude, there's a period of time. I don't know what it is, but it's only when my hair like flips to that side can it look fully emo. When it goes this way, I just have like a giant forehead, so it just looks like I'm.
I have the same thing, bro. Once, like the hairline, it doesn't even up. It's more.
Yeah, no,
This
my
looks
hairline doesn't,
Fucking so stupid. It doesn't line up. Where on one side,
and it
it's
goes
like
back
one
and
side-
forth. It happens
look
back and
like-
forth.
Yeah, I look like used car dealer
Boy
if it's
problem.
one side because it's so up on
Oh
one
my
side, but I flip it to the
gosh.
other side, it's full on fringe, so I have to go all the way back. Like it has to be all the way back, covered with the hat. These are tricks you have to figure out as a man. As a woman, you have different issues as you age, but as a man, the
Yeah.
hairline is one thing. It's just like I start to work like on this side over here, it's a little higher up. On here, it's a little less. So it's like
Yeah, dude, I have to
this
switch back
kinda
and forth
keeps it.
sometimes.
Yeah, you got to keep people guessing.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, you could be a completely different person depending on whether or
Yeah.
not you put it this way or that way. You're
Mhm.
like just a completely different person.
That has to be
I
the
have to worry
trick.
about- Yeah.
You almost look like you almost look like a little Topher Grace right now.
No, the actor, what's his name?
I'm gonna do it again. Fuck it.
Jared Lillet.
Yeah, Jared. Yeah, you look like the. Yeah, you look the guy. You look like the
No,
guy. with
he's
the
Jay
gonna
Red
be-
Leto.
brother. Yeah.
He was in the Beach Boys movie, and he was in Eternal Sunshine
Ryan
of the Spotless-
Wilson,
No, the actor. He's a young actor.
Al Jardine. Oh, he's an actor.
I
I've
didn't
never
see,
seen-
I didn't see the Beach Boys movie. I feel like
Uh,
Paul Dano,
Thank you. That's what I'm thinking of. Paul
Ah.
Dano. Yes.
the Riddler. Yeah, the Riddler.
The Riddler, yes, the Riddler. Thank you, yes. Or from Little Miss. Yeah, I was like, oh, wait,
Oh,
that's
he's
who
the
I'm getting.
kid. He's
When
the
your hair's
Nietzsche
that
kid.
way, yeah. Yeah.
So
You're
unnatural, but
you're giving Paul Dano vibes right now.
Thanks, it's high fashion.
It's
Yeah.
Irish. Oh my gosh, that's great. Oh, so you're in Nashville. So I'm assuming you moved out here for your what you do, your day job. I'm assuming. Or
Actually,
just
college.
oh,
Did you go to
okay.
Belmont?
I went to Belmont.
Yeah,
Nice.
Belmont.
You
Kid,
you
okay.
guessed it right away. Yep.
I
Yeah,
know.
he knew.
There's
He
three
knew. He
music
knew.
schools. There's three music schools that really matter. There's Berkeley, there's Belmont, and then there's the Musicians Institute in Hollywood, and that's where I went. So yeah, Belmont. I always looked upon the Belmont kids as like, "Oh, you're so fucking stuck up. But in
Yeah, dude.
hindsight, it's like, oh, you're actually smarter. Yeah.
My college choices were either Berkeley or Belmont because I got into both, but then you see the pricing of Berkeley at the time
Yeah.
was just like holy
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
and then the pricing for Belmont was also holy shit, but it was just like the lesser of the two evils.
Yes.
And also the
Yeah,
only music scene
relatively
out in
holy shit,
Berkeley,
yeah.
the music scene out in Berkeley is just Berkeley, and then the music scene in Nashville is literally anywhere you fart.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And we were just talking about it in another episode about just like the scene in Nashville. A lot of people always equate it to country music, but there is a
Yeah, it was
strong
literally
alt rock
We
scene.
recorded this an hour ago.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I
no,
was gonna
dude, you
say,
go
we
to
just
East
talked about this.
Nashville and you hit Punk Central.
Are you serious? Oh no.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
can't
there's
drive down there.
there's a whole bar scene out here where just all of the emo punk kids all go. There's like the Cobra, there's Exit In.
You ever
And
been to
there's,
5 Points Pizza?
Fuck yeah, I've been to 5 Points Pizza.
5 Points Pizza. Okay, my boy Mark Lozano. I used to play in a band with him. He worked at 5 Points Pizza, and I figured it was some like this or that kind of joint. And then I like kind of researched it. Met people since then. I'm like, oh, this is like
Dude.
A regional landmark, I guess. If you're like alternative kid, like shit, good for you, Mark.
Yeah, that is very real. That is real.
Yeah, I remember my buddy being like, I gotta wait 2 hours. You're sure Mark is working right now? And I'm like, 2 hours? Like, what the fuck is going on? It's a slice of pizza, you know? But like,
Yeah, dude, lucky for me, my favorite bar that I go to out here is called Red Door, and specifically the one in Midtown, because
Okay.
every single industry music scene person on random off days goes there.
Really?
Like I met one of Drake's songwriters. I forget his name. He was like some dude who like wrote a song for Drake. I met him there. There's like All Time Low's been in there.
That makes
Bunch of
sense.
stuff.
Yep.
it's funny you mentioned Drake because we have a friend, Scott's Records. I don't know if you use a lot of TikTok. He's the main, I'm not gonna use the word elder emo, but he's
He's
an
like,
ancient
nah, not
emo
really.
kid. Yeah, okay. I asked him the same question. Speaking of Drake, do you have any thoughts on the song Forever by Drake? Featuring Lil Wayne, Eminem, and Kanye West. Do you have any loose
One of my
thoughts on that?
favorites.
Dude, I actually don't listen to a lot of rapper hip hop. The only rapper hip hop I listen to is like LBC type stuff from the 90s.
There we go.
Yay, okay,
That's the
so you're not gonna
SoCal
go.
kid in you.
Like,
there we go.
I could vibe to Dre or Snoop or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
something with a real drum beat and none of this.
No, it's a real
Like-
drum
Yeah.
beat, and it's some dude playing like a little four note little guitar lick over it. Yeah, Dre had like
Yeah.
a simplicity to it where like it's still real music. Drum
And it had
bass,
funk.
and then,
it had groove.
That's a
yeah.
lot of groove.
Like you can hum the beat in your head and it's not like just
You
know.
can't do that with a lot of.
Yeah, it's not just triplets with the fucking with the snare hi hat thing going on. Yeah,
And what the hell is this whole movement where people are starting to do ad libs where they just go skirt? Like shut up.
yeah. It's the Migos' fault. The Migos did it well,
The
where they were
Migos.
because there's a cousin and a brother and a sister or a brother in there. They're all related, so there's like a natural intrinsic thing where they could finish each other's sentences. But then other people started
Yeah.
doing it, and it got to the point where you're just saying the word after the guy says the word.
Yes.
It doesn't sound great.
And then
I
you
don't know.
get Snoop back in there. He's like, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm so
yeah.
glad you could appreciate that music, Dylan. That's some of the best.
It's
Yeah.
sick, dude.
hip-hop.
Shout out Pharrell.
They don't make that kind of hip hop anymore.
Shout out
Trust
Pharrell,
me.
bro, for real.
Amanda, what you don't
Pharrell for
Can
real.
you do like a little fringe for us here? Can you do a
This
little
is as
fringe, Amanda?
bad as I've
There we go.
tried
Okay,
to
just
already
making
try
sure.
to get it. Like I tried to.
You're
like, I
on.
have to
Yeah,
put it
you're
up.
on. Yeah, Zemo
I feel like
mine was-
we should.
Sorry, mine was
You
just-
faltering.
we literally
fixing
had
it.
that
perfect one.
We
Yeah.
literally just had that conversation how I wanted to get my fringe bangs back, and I'm going next
Yeah,
week.
we
to
were just talking about this in the group chat
hairstylist.
about like,
Yeah.
we hit this point in like where we all wanted to be professionalites, and then we realized like
Yes.
we can still just be 14-year-olds. Yeah, sick.
Yes.
Dude, I was just having the funniest thing. I was just having the conversation about fringe bangs with one of my friends, and she's telling me like she's keeps going to these like concerts and stuff like that. And she's like, I don't know what it is. I have a thing for like the whole fringe hair thing. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like the old school emo hair. I was like, oh, this, and I flipped it back. She's like, don't be my type. Stop it.
Yeah. Don't be getting me
She's like,
all
"Don't be
horned
my
up
type."
on the main. Yeah.
She's like, stop being Pete Wentz.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I will not let a crazy photo leak on the internet. Thank you very much.
Yeah. If you're
Yes,
gonna let
do
a
not do
hog
that.
pick league, at least make sure, your hog's looking great. Because Pete
Yeah.
wasn't looking. Yeah, not a good photo. Yeah, yeah.
Make sure the hog is well kept.
You want optimal climate control in the room when you do this. Too hot, too cold. It's gonna be shrinked up, dinked up. Yeah, you want to make sure. Don't want to be giving too much DP advice on the pod, fellas. Think
you're
about it for a
do it.
second. It doesn't look good. Yeah,
Just maybe not do one.
yeah.
As
Just hold.
the
Yeah,
woman,
hold it
I'm
in.
saying it ain't that. It's not that.
Maybe
great.
wait.
hold it
Maybe
in.
wait for the one, guys,
Wait for
Yeah.
the one. That's a
Yeah.
good.
and then she
Yeah.
can tell you it looks ugly.
The right woman will accept your PP in shrunken
She'll
conditions.
be okay with it. So
Yeah,
there we go.
she'll still love you for who you are,
Yeah.
not for how ugly your schlong is.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's all you could
Shout
ask
out.
for.
Yeah. Amanda, you can take. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I was wanting to learn more about his.
Started
music
talking about
scene in
fringe hair, then
Nashville.
went straight to dongs,
Yes.
and
Yeah, I know. I got
Sounds
one
about
track
right.
mind. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
you just
Rob-
like me for real, bro. It's all right.
Yeah. It goes right to hog talk. I'm sorry. Spent the morning discussing a possible charity calendar where we raise money for hog cancers and the
You
like.
did do
Like, yeah.
that, yes.
Yeah, no, yeah. Just shout out to the hog community. Get it together, fellas. Do better.
Shout out to the hog community. Do better is gonna be tattooed on my back now.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
I
would
want that
like-
on my
yeah.
tombstone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a
It
nice
should
little,
be.
nice little epitaph. Shout out, Brett. Yeah, Brett Gerwitz, your uncle. Yeah, shout out.
My
I'm
god.
sorry, Amanda.
So,
yeah, I got this
No,
going.
you're
I started
fine,
lipstick
'cause, you know-
collaring. Yeah.
It's all good. It's okay. So you stayed in Nashville, so were you always even if you didn't do Common Perry, were you always going to be doing music? Was that
Yes.
kind of the goal regardless? Okay.
Yeah, my childhood dream, and it's still my dream to this day, is I want to be the next Billy Joe Armstrong.
Let's fucking go.
Okay, because you said,
I want to be
Green
able
Day is a
to go on a
huge
stage
influence.
and not give a flying fuck and still have music that people are like, wow, great. I will play this
That's
for the rest
exactly
of my
what
life.
Billy does.
What's
Yeah.
your Green Day top 3 Green Day albums then? Because I imagine you grew up right in that American Idiot time frame.
Hey, that was the first Green Day CD I was gifted, but I actually grew up listening to Dookie and Nimrod.
Of course, great parents,
Yeah,
I
no,
forgot.
but
Great
my-
parents.
great mom and dad. Yeah, shout
Crazy
out.
enough, my favorite, everyone says Dookie. I know everyone says Dookie, but my favorite Green Day album is Nimrod.
Sick.
Nice.
I love Nimrod. Dookie's a close second, and then American Idiot.
Yeah.
And American Idiot is just special to me because when I first started playing guitar, I got that album because what was that, like 2004?
2004,
Yeah.
September 04. Who's counting?
Yeah. Like 2 or 3 years later, I picked up a guitar for the first time. It was my mom's Yamaha classical guitar from the 70s, and the strings were completely out of tune and out of whack. I took it in for one guitar lesson, after my first guitar lesson, where I learned you're not supposed to just hit strings, you're supposed to put your fingers on the squares. I basically was finding notes, and I was listening to American Idiot, and I figured out just the root notes, the root notes of all the chords to that song. And I showed my mom. I was like, Mom, I learned American Idiot. And my parents looked at each other and they went, holy fuck.
Damn it, we gotta pay for
Wait,
fucking.
Yeah,
I
they're
guess
like, we
we're
got a
paying
live
for
one here.
music.
But from there, I went to take lessons at, I'm going to shout them out, Dan Man's Music School. Thank you guys. I love you.
Shout out Dan Mans.
Yeah, that's the Dana Point guys. Dan's still doing the music school thing, and it makes me so happy because that's where I got my start. My first time ever.
In Orange County, the good Orange County. Yeah.
Yeah, my first song was Smoke on the Water. My third song was
you got me hitting that
Unholy
Smoke on the Water.
Confessions.
You went from Smoke on the Water to the Sinister Gates, the Reverends,
Wow.
M. Night Shyamalan's,
Yeah.
and Sevenfold. That's a bit of a stretch, bro.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. Your Guitar Hero in it where you hit 80% of the notes. Yeah.
But yeah, no, my biggest guitar inspiration is Sinister Gates and then Billy Joe Armstrong. But that was the one song that I loved that my parents hated. My parents could not do screamo. They still can't do screamo. When they hear me do screamo stuff, when they see footage of me going live and stuff like that, they'll see footage of me singing Guns N' Roses and doing Welcome in the Jungle, the wow, the crazy shit. My dad's just like, God, how's your voice not dead? I'm like, theater.
Right, that's right. You learned how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to, I do melismas. I can practice my voice. I can use it right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, no, that school is where I learned to play guitar, and after doing that and taking a couple lessons, I learned American Idiot front to back all by ear.
Wow.
And that was after like a year and a half, 2 years of playing guitar.
What's your
And
favorite track on American Idiot?
Saint Jimmy or Letter Bomb.
Okay. Those are good fucking deep cuts almost there. If there is a deep
I
cut
agree.
on American Idiot, like those
Well,
are
because
good
Letter
picks.
Bomb was the first time I heard screaming in something. And so I was like, what did he just do there?
You're like, you can do that shit.
And where
dog?
will we all go when it's too late? Cha! Like the crazy shriek. And I was just like, this is sick. But yeah, no, that entire album, like the fact that it tells a story the whole way, which is
Yep.
something I dream of doing someday, is like giving a full on like concept album.
I was gonna say we're gonna get a CPCA, a Common Perry concept album.
I love it.
Really, really hope so someday. I definitely want to toy with it because there's so many riffs that I know all of us collectively can like sit down and do that we can use as like the theme of the whole thing. I'm like, this is cool. And I love concept albums like Dream Theater or Avatar or anything like that. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is like, just please let me do it someday. And I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, American Idiots was the first album I learned on guitar. And then I think the next one after that, I went and learned, I think it was an Avenged album. I think I learned it was either the White Album or Herald of the King.
Oh damn.
But everything that,
Capacity of Evil, we're jumping forward.
oh dude,
Yeah.
it took me 2 months alone to learn the solo for Beast and the Harlot.
Yeah.
Not doing
yeah,
that
you're
whole
like,
thing.
Yeah, that's when they really were ripping. Yeah, you're like,
Yeah,
I
they
do
were.
this shit.
I learned what chromatics were in the most violent way until my fingers were bleeding.
Yeah. You're like, I'm out. Yeah. I'll stick to the ups. Yeah, here you are 15 years later. You're like, I can just upstroke my way through this shit and do okay.
Yeah. No, I still like I'm trying to figure out a way that I can incorporate a sweep arpeggio into Common Perry stuff because like Common Perry stuff is very fun to write. Don't get me wrong. It's some of the most fun I've had writing music. I think it's because of the simplicity factor. But God, I love learning 2-minute solos. Like I'm learning a song.
If you slip in a sweep arpeggio, I will know right away. I'll be like, okay.
It's like
that was Dylan.
Finally I'm learning I haven't like learned solos for other songs in so long, but like with this charity group that I do out here called Music City Hero Coalition, I have to learn a lot of things either vocally or on guitar, and I'm learning the solo for I know it's controversial, but we're doing My Own Grave by Azalea Dying.
Is that controversial?
Yeah, because the singer's a total tool, and
Is that the guy that tried to kill his wife?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Lambesis. They're from San Diego, right?
Yep, Timmy Tim.
Shout out Tim Lamb. We're not shouting.
We probably shouldn't shout out
Tim
Tim
We're not
Lambesis.
technically shouting out the guy that did steroids, then hired a hitman to take out his wife.
Let's not.
Dude,
we're
that
not
whole
shouting
story is so funny. He tries to hire a hitman.
honestly,
The hitman
and
is a
it's-
cop.
It's almost hilarious. And it's basically just like, bro, I was jacked up on steroids and like pre-Joe Rogan podcast, right-wing
He tried to
politics,
sue.
like-
He tried to sue the prison for not giving him like this post steroids medication, so he grew like
Right.
man boobs and all that whole thing.
Brother, I'm metastasizing here. I'm getting the back knee, I'm getting the breast. Like, you gotta help
Dude,
me out here.
that
And
shit's
he's like,
so
I'm
funny.
gonna lawsuit you. And then his wife is just there, like, bro, I know what kind of call you made for me, like, dog.
Yeah,
And
hell
it's just-
nah.
He gets out, and then he gets out, and like people kind of give this guy a second chance,
Mhm.
and then it's like, oh no, he's
But
still
everything
a dick.
yeah, he's still a dick.
Yeah.
Surprise, yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't want to sound too woke, but yeah, hiring a hitman to kill your wife is not good behavior.
no, it's
No.
just stupid.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Stupid.
not great.
scooting back a little bit off the Timmy shit, but yeah, no, like this is the first time I've had to learn a solo in a really long time, and I'm kind of like greasing up the old gears because I haven't done like ripping solos in a really long time. It's all just been writing punk stuff or just kind of like
Yeah.
I've been really getting into composing, honestly. Like,
Really?
yeah, I
You
have
take that
like
step back and you can put it together.
yeah, no, I love it's like when I was in college at Belmont, I started off as a guitar major, which was not for me. I'm crazy enough, right? But one of the classes I took was a classical theory class, and so we had to listen to classic pieces. Like I had to listen to Vivaldi's Four Seasons, and we had to figure out what was going on in all those and what was playing what instrument, and then we had to listen to some like bigger band stuff like brass, and I was just like, this is so cool. And so I don't know, I'm just into composing little miniature pieces of stuff. I like making really big cinematic things, or I'll do the symphonic deathcore thing and do some blast beats on the drum kit and then just start ripping on my 8-string and have strings over that. I love doing all that stuff.
Would you ever want to compose for like a movie or TV? Is there like a particular desire for that?
150% would want to do a video game.
Video game.
yeah.
Oh, I like that.
What
Because
kind of video game we doing?
I want to reference Skyrim or Halo, like just something like that. Like, because the soundtrack is
Yes.
50% of those games.
It is.
That's
100%.
it's like with Pro Skater. They are like the first person or role playing game versions of Tony Hawk. Like the soundtrack defines what people feel in those games, and I love
Right.
that's why I'm so psyched about being a part of Pro Skaters, because some kid down the line is gonna hear our goofy ass song in that game, and they're gonna be like, "Where's that band now?"
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's going to be no
Hopefully-
frame of reference to them
Yeah.
where they're thinking like, oh, this is a new song out, this or that. There's a whole new generation of kids who listen to this where it's like you're going to be thrown in there with major names, the Bad Religions and the likes, where it's
Yeah,
like, oh, this is,
exactly.
I like this song, I also like this song. What the fuck is Common Perry? And they can look you up,
Mhm.
and you're immediately going to be in the same breath as these artists that I'm sure to some degree you look up to. Same thing.
Yeah.
Well, God, I hope so. I
Yeah,
hope so
hopefully
someday.
They look up
Oh,
and you
yeah.
have a concept album out there, and they're like, "Oh, what's this
Right,
concept
yeah.
album by Common Perry?"
But yeah, like I'm so not used to the whole, like, I don't know, people reaching out to me just like congratulating me on my music, because I've always been the hired on guitarist for other people. Like
Ah.
I've played with so many artists out here that range from R&B to straight up just pop or indie or like pop. I would say
Mhm.
pop punk slightly was as far as I went with that stuff. And then I was in a metal band with my now ex. That's never join a band with your ex.
That's I was gonna
But
say
then,
I
yes,
could have
it's
told you that one. Yeah, that doesn't sound
Yeah.
very good.
But
Yeah.
also, in case for people who are listening and don't know.
Yeah, don't date the
Yeah.
singer, dudes. It's not a good plan.
No,
like-
Noxy.
And I never got to be the kind of, I guess you could say, like the face of it.
Yeah.
And this is my first time doing that, and I get like messages on the Common Perry page or on my personal page just saying like, dude, your lyrics are so cool and I actually relate to the song. I'm like, God, I hope you're okay.
You're like, you're
Because
not
better
supposed to relate
off.
to the Better Off track that much.
Yeah, because as goofy as Better Off is, like that was actually written from a time where I was just going through the worst breakup I've ever been through. Like it was just, it was terrible. Like it was a year, almost 2-year relationship. It was my first real girlfriend, and she was pissed that I went to college because she couldn't talk to me every day and FaceTime me every second of the day. Because she and I used to, we were always like,
Crowds
connected
in
at the
the
hip.
pocket, you know.
yeah, and
Be
so
staying loyal, dog, for real.
I got cheated on. She
Yeah, what I
she
say.
She left me after the fact, and then a week later already had a new boyfriend. And so I was just fried. Like,
oh, for show, yeah.
you know when you see the quiet homie that's just like fried, and he's like, "Are you
Yep.
okay?" You're like, "Yeah, I was that guy. I was that guy for like
Oh,
a
I've
solid
always
2
worried
years."
That
about
song
guy.
was made for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, like we were writing Better Off, and so part of it was definitely like the funny aspect of it, but another part of it was like, I need to get something off my chest.
Let me
Mhm.
just be clear: these bitch ass sissies that she'd be cheating on you with, they don't have a song on the Tony Hawk soundtrack, right?
That's true.
No, they fucking don't.
Just making sure. Okay, all right, okay. So we know who won this fucking game here. Okay, just making sure.
Yes.
Just making sure. I want to clear that up. Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah.
you're better off.
No,
Yeah,
moving
literally. Yeah, right in the words. Yeah.
moving forward, like, I hope I do eventually get into that, like the relationship with the one, because I've always like loved the idea of trying to write some sort of romantic like love song kind of thing. Like I love John Legend, so like
Yeah.
and
Shout out Chrissy.
I used to do what's it called, All of Me,
Great
for
song.
karaoke. I used to do that, and I used to play it acoustically whenever my friend like we'd do like a family outing, and my parents would want me to pick up a guitar. I would
All
always
of
do
me would
that.
probably pull the honeys. Yeah.
But
Yes.
I'm a huge crooner too, so I'm like, I could try to bring out a little bit of Frank's voice in there
we got
too.
some yearner in there. We got a little
You got
yearner
Frank's-
as opposed to burner. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm huge into the 40s, like Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, we like the big band
Okay,
bullshit.
some
Hell yeah.
I love big band bullshit.
Singing. Okay. I
Even
love that.
even Seth MacFarlane, like the guy from Family Guy, he
Yeah,
has
Yes.
he's got a soft spot for it. You can tell. Like he's
yeah,
he's a
He
student
loves
of the
it.
game.
no, dude, he has 2 albums. out.
Albums, yeah.
He has a
Mhm.
duet with Nora Jones that is breathtaking.
Rips.
Oh
yeah,
my
he,
God.
He makes his own.
If I
music.
way.
had a talking
I have
picture
not listened to the
of
Seth
you.
MacFarlane
It's so
good,
albums.
dude.
Okay,
He's quite
Jesus.
talented. Like,
He's
I mean, obviously he's a voice
incredible.
actor, but yeah.
I showed
Yeah.
my uncle, who's a huge crooner as well, and he loves like playing the piano and singing Frank. And I showed him one of Seth MacFarlane's songs, and he was like, "Is this Frank? That sounds like really well produced." I'm like, "This is Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy." He's like, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah,
Right,
you're like,
yeah.
this is Peter Griffin. But,
Yeah.
right?
Dude, when he sings, he sounds like Brian. Like, remember when he does
Yes.
"Never Gonna Give You Up"? He sounds like he
Yeah.
has Brian's voice doing that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
100%. Well, he does do Brian's voice too, right? Yeah, so that makes
Yeah.
sense. Some of the best songs on Family Guy, Brian sings. So yeah,
Dude, Seth is just a great, talented person.
he is. He's funny. He does some great animation.
Mm-hmm.
It
Oh,
got me
Seth
through my
MacFarlane,
college
yeah.
years. We didn't go a day without watching Family Guy when I was in college. So
Yeah, I was like a
get
South
it.
Park kid, so like Family Guy
Yeah.
was like
I love them both
wasn't
for different
allowed.
reasons. I love them both for
Yeah.
different reasons. They both poke fun at pop culture and politics in separate but similar ways, and I love that.
Yep, exactly.
Shout out
South
Separate
Park
but
is the
Equal, yeah.
unhinged horse shit version of it.
Yeah.
Yes,
There we go.
yes, yeah. Yeah, Seth MacFarlane did it enough to be on Fox, right? He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"This, we're gonna pull the limit, but only to like so Fox lets us on the air."
But South Park did it enough to get kicked off Comedy Central.
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
right. Yeah, we're gonna make our way to streamers, and then we're gonna fuck
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now they're just getting sued and all that stuff. So it's whatever.
Yep.
Paramount's just trying
Yeah.
to.
Shout out Matt and Trey, I guess. Yeah.
Freaking, they got a what was it, like a $1.6 billion deal?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
they were just like,
And they turn around and say "fuck
Yeah.
you."
yeah, dude, they put out the teaser for what the season's gonna be, and then they just unannouncedly drop something completely different, like the most political episode you could possibly have.
Made me feel good. I was like, damn, I didn't
Those
think they
guys
still
are
had
punk
that
rock.
fastball in them, bro.
They
Right? I
are.
was like, for the last like 10 years, I've kind of been like, South Park's irrelevant, this and that. And then like, I was like, damn, I did not realize you guys still had that in you. Like, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, South Park is the most like punk rock TV.
Yeah.
Don't even mess with me on this. South Park is the most punk rock TV show. Not only are they hyper political, they give the middle finger to everyone, no
To
matter
both
who you
sides,
are.
Both sides.
Yeah.
And they have
yeah, it's
motherfucking
both sides.
Primus doing their intro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
Les Claypool running,
It's-
running game on the intro. And yeah, there's a whole thing I remember at one point in like the late 2000s, like South Park conservatives were like conservatives believed like South Park was like poking fun at liberals and like, it's kind of talking shit. It's like, no, brother, fucking everybody's getting
Everyone
it here.
gets
If you're
roasted.
an idiot, like you're
Nope.
gonna get roasted. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I hope someday when people see that I am literally just a weirdo goofball, I hope that I'm on a South Park episode and they roast the
that'd be
shit
a
out of
great
me.
honor, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be a great
right?
honor. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like every other celebrity that's just like, oh my god, South Park said this about me. I'm like, fuck yeah, they did. Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
right,
They said
yeah.
that. I'm on that shit.
Beautiful fucking
I would-
goal
I
to
would-
have.
I would offer my voice on there for free if they had
Right,
me in that
yeah.
show.
Matt,
That's
Trey, if you're
fantastic.
watching this, if you want to talk piss on us, like go for it. Like I would
Yeah.
love that. Yeah.
Any day, anytime.
Dude, that
Just
would
to
be
be on a South Park
incredible.
episode?
That's a
Yeah.
bucket list right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd die happy.
Yeah. Well, I hope they're killing it right now because they need to anything to give the middle finger to CBS and Paramount at this point is all I want right now.
Just big middle finger to corporations in general.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They just want us all to fight over everything and not pay attention to what they're doing behind the scenes. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Rob, do you have anything else you want to talk about? I know we're a little bit over time.
Oh my
I
bad.
appreciate you staying on.
Oh, you're
God,
good. You're good. No, you're good. Yeah,
You're
we don't.
good.
Yeah, time is a man-made
We're just
construct.
respecting your time.
I'm happy. I'm happy that you were able to give me an excuse to do some swoop bang here. I'm happy. The last couple episodes, well, the one before this, the one after this, we've had some a couple after this actually, because this is coming out before them. We've had
Yes.
some technical difficulties on my end, so I'm just happy that we didn't give you any technical bullshit here. Before we wrap it up, I asked this question a lot to everyone, just mainly because this one guy on TikTok talks shit about me asking this, so I'm just kind of
That's
sticking
true.
with it. As a Southern Californianite, as a Tony Hawk, now as a Tony Hawk alumni, really, give me your Mount Rushmore of Tony Hawk, Pro Skater, Skate Punk, the like. Give me your Mount Rushmore of those bands right there that fit into that Tony Hawk mold. Because let me just say, I remember showing my old bands to my I used to work at this used car dealership with these Armenian Eastern Bloc guys. And they didn't know pop punk, they didn't know this, they just knew it as Tony Hawk music. So for a large portion of the world, nobody that listens to fucking this show, but like to the other people that maybe are watching this clip, Tony Hawk music is synonymous with skateboards and three chords,
Yep.
So give me your Mount Rushmore on those bands.
And they don't have to be in Pro Skater?
No, they don't have to be. No, bonus points if they
Just
are,
the-
but anything
Alright.
that you think fits in that world, yeah.
the
This
spirit
it's
of
your
it.
mount. It's
My mountain is Green Day.
Yeah, of course.
shout out.
Rise Against.
Shout out
Nice.
Rise Against.
Shout out
That's
Rise
right.
Against. Fucking
Yes.
love Rise Against.
One of the best bands in the world up until 2008. Yes.
I'm gonna say sounding the seventh trumpet, Avenged Sevenfold.
Wow, that's that Orange County kid in you coming out right
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. And then the last one's gonna be tough. Bad Religion.
Yeah, it's Bad Religion has to be on there. I agree.
As a resident of Woodland Hills, the home of Bad Religion, let me just say that is like I like No Effects more. I like Against Me more. Yada yada
Mhm.
yada. Bad Religion is the greatest punk band in American history.
Oh yeah. 100%.
In my opinion, invented or integrated the three-part harmony into punk rock music. Integrated the idea of actually being good at your fucking instrument into punk rock music.
Yeah, and
The
and their
best.
singer goes against the mainstream kind of thought of all those punk bands are just a bunch of dipshits just being
Dipshits,
angry at
right?
the
Greg is just like casually like, no, I'm a
Just casually-
genius. I'm gonna teach some class. Every quarter
Casually
I'm gonna
has his
have a couple classes at
doctorate.
UCLA.
Yeah.
casually teaches at UCLA with his fucking doctorate.
That's
Right, yeah, he'd like catch me in Westwood teaching lessons. The best band, intelligent band, intellectual band. Just nothing bad I can say about Bad Religion.
And plus,
My fucking pick.
they're just a great example of a band that they are doing that to have fun. Because like
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing in Common Perry, man. I'm literally here to have fun. I'm not trying to get, obviously, like, it's good to have the big numbers and stuff like that. And eventually, would I like to make a living off this? Absolutely. But whole reason that I'm still doing this with my best friend Luke is this is all fun. This is like the dream is to make music and people listen to my music, and the fact that people are listening, including you guys, like that. The first time like it hit me was when the game came out and I was sitting on my couch and I fired up the game and my song started
your shit
playing, and at the
popped on.
same time
Wow, that's
my song-
that feeling.
yeah, my song started playing, and at the same time my phone starts exploding and we're getting like 100, 200 new followers like within 3 days. I started bawling my eyes out. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, dude, I cannot imagine. That's got to be God. That feeling, like just
It was the
feeling of
coolest
playing-
feeling ever, man.
Yeah.
Your worlds colliding. Like it's this game that you've played since you're a kid, like since you're 4 years old. You've been playing this game. Everyone in this general age range of 25 to 45 grew up playing this game, and then you're just like, and there's only fucking what 20. I guess there's the two games on there, so there's what 30 songs on there maybe. There's only 25 to 30.
There's 60 on the new one.
Okay,
60 of them.
but still, it's you're getting through all of them, and you're getting through all of them almost in one gameplay. Every time someone plays this game, almost they're hearing your fucking song. Like,
Yeah, it's hearing my song go right after the Ace of Spades is
right? Yeah,
so
you're up
fucking
there with
sick.
Lemmy.
That's
You're up
amazing.
there with you're up there with legends. Like,
I-
God,
I hope
Yeah.
I'm doing him justice, and I hope he's proud.
yeah. Shout out Lemmy.
Shout out Lemmy, man.
I
Freaking
don't think we
legend
have
amongst
anything to
men.
say. Yeah, I don't think we have anything to say
After
after
that-
the Lemmy shout out. Man,
No.
if we just wrap it up right there.
Wrap
Rest
it
in
up.
peace.
Yeah.
Rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, we will say thank you, Dylan, for coming on. We are so glad that
Thank you guys so much for having me.
did it.
This is so much fun.
Thank
It's
you.
been a
Yeah.
blast. We've been looking forward to this for quite a while, so we are happy to say that you lived up to our expectations and then some.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I really hope I did.
Yes.
You brought the fringe out, baby. This is a big deal. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Lack of technical difficulties. Let's go. Great
Dude,
time.
This is an Emo Kids podcast. I have to bring out the Fringe.
I was gonna
You
say,
do.
I was
It's
gonna
only
say, the first
appropriate.
person to actually realize, like, yeah, we should pay respect to the culture here. You were going on like, yeah, Israelites podcast today. You'd put on a yarmulke. You should put on our headgear of culture. Yeah, it's only fair.
Headgear.
Our headgear of culture. Yeah.
True. Our headgear of culture, for sure. Yeah. And I'm so excited to see what you come out with next month and what you come out with in the future.
Yeah.
And
Our whole
There's-
crew
there's-
is
there
Common Perry
is-
fans.
There's a lot on the way. There is
Is
a
there
lot
really?
on the way.
I'm psyched.
And
I'm super psyched.
even though there's a lot done and on the way, I'm still writing. I still have so many songs.
yeah.
Let's
We're not
fucking go.
not stopping anytime soon, guys.
Yep.
Sick.
Common Perry. They're on full speed ahead. There is no stopping this train.
Please
right
come to the West
Toot.
Coast. Yeah, let's get some shows going on the West Coast.
Yeah, let's-
come home.
yeah.
Come home. Come home.
now.
That's-
Show in Nashville.
Pacific
let me
definitely a
know,
goal, man.
and I
That's
will
definitely a
drive
goal.
down. I will drive down to Nashville if you
Something
do a show
good in
there.
Nashville. You want to come back home. You
No,
want
he's
the
in
coast.
Nashville. He doesn't do
The
anything.
coast is where you belong. This is where we want you. This is where we'll love you. You can play San Diego,
like-
Oceanside, Fullerton, Anaheim, Los Angeles, Oxnard, Ventura,
Oh,
and
yeah.
a cruise San Luis Obispo up to San Francisco, Sacramento, Oakland. Come on, brother.
Yes, sir. But yeah, no, like I said, if I can someday make a living off music alone and just live happy like that, I definitely would consider moving back to California because I really miss surfing and I really miss
Yeah.
all the San Diego
Yeah,
parks.
you're not surfing in Nashville.
The
No, the best
burritos
thing.
are better out here, brother. Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't get me started on the burritos. We'll be here for another 2.5 hours.
Wait, do you like the Nashville hot chicken at least? Have you tried that?
No,
Would you prefer a
Oh,
California
okay.
burrito, right? You prefer a California burrito?
dude, fuck me up any day of the week with some real fucking tacos. Get me to El Ranchito pronto.
All right, we got a new third permanent co-host. I'm gonna need you here every week, Monday 5.
Just so we can talk about.
I may be in Nashville, but you could definitely tell I'm still a motherfucking Californian.
I was gonna
Yes,
say,
you
yeah.
are.
SoCal, don't leave that boy. Let's go.
Nope, not at all. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dylan. We really appreciate you joining us today.
Dude, thank you
And,
guys.
Yeah. Have a great
Wait,
day,
before you
everyone.
go, tell the people where you find you on the internet. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well, you can find me on Dylan Dusablon on Instagram or follow the band Common Perry. We are on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I really hope not MySpace, but possibly, I don't know.
Reverb Nation, maybe. Yeah.
We're on Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, like you name it. Go
Yeah.
stream our songs, makes us really happy, and we love bringing you guys new and fun music.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And we will talk to everyone soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. Beautiful. Hey, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you weren't aware, this show is a part of the Never a Phase Network, a collective of creators keeping the spirit of the scene alive. You can discover more shows and creators like this one at neveraphasenetwork.com and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Never a Phase Network. Long live NapNet.